Well, right in behind me here at the Silver Heights restaurant, we've got a whole range of incredible performers lined up once again for jazz afternoons here on Saturdays at the Silver Heights restaurant. Here with the owner once again, Tony Siwicki. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for joining me.
So we have talked about this before, right in this very spot, actually, I think you and I, but for the people who have not been to jazz on Saturday nights, maybe you can give a little bit of an explainer about what makes it such a great atmosphere.
So we get talent from all over Manitoba, but all over the world they come here and play. Steve Hamilton just has an array of contacts for the musicians. He's also a musician teacher, a professor at U of M.
Yep.
And so we have students that come and play to get their chance to play in front of a live crowd that's not their peers.
Right.
But then we get people just come with their instruments and then they sit down and all of a sudden they stand up and it sounds like there's a guy from New York City, then a trumpet player comes in and just blows the place away, and it's so you never know what's going to happen. We have a lineup of who's coming. Steve does that for the entire year. Starts this Saturday,
that's right,
21st, and it'll end right before May Long weekend.
Perfect.
So every Saturday, 1 to 4, rush seating, so we don't have reserved. Otherwise, nobody's coming.
No, right.
But I'm always surprised at who comes and who decides to show up and who's in town that just happens to hear about us, and it's just brings their talent here and just wows everybody.
So that chance that you give to those young up-and-coming jazz musicians mixed in with those seasoned professionals coming in from out of town is part of what makes the experience here at Silver Heights so special. For those who maybe don't know that story, maybe you can talk about how jazz came to be such an integral part of this dining institution, really.
Yeah, Bill McMahon, but it dates back to before Bill McMahon. Bob Kamelski, Moose Jackson, George Resnick, they used to play at the Pembina. And then when it stopped at Pembina, they would come over here in the off season, and it just started growing from there. And then it just slowly, one person would keep taking on. And Bill McMahon did it for so many years. He's an amazing individual drummer. His son now is one of our drummers as well, every once in a while. And so it just kept building and building and building, and then people just started. Now I'm getting lists of people that want to come and do it on their own. But we stick with who looks after us, Steve Hamilton.
Right.
But yeah, and so it just slowly became a constant, and we tried it all year long. But summertime is too tough to, everybody's gone to the lake. And weddings and golf tournaments and whatever. But it's just that's how it started. So, and that's I'm talking 30 years ago. We kind of started a little bit. We started with piano bar, and we tried little things, and but jazz just, with the blues and jazz just seemed to be the most accepted and most sought at, right? So, and then there's so many different musicians that just from drums to piano, trumpet, sax. Then the vocalist, there's it never is the same person almost, and so you'll never get the same foursome.